He came, he saw, he conquered. This plot mirroring a major film script, but it's pretty much real. That's what the day has looked like for actor-turned-politician Vijay, who is all set to become, seemingly, the state's kingmaker, or king himself rather, with his party TVK leading in at least 107 out of 234 seats. So he could have been the kingmaker and now seems like he could be the king himself. Both the DMK and the AIDMK ruled the state since 1967 and they have been trounced. However, his journey was anything but smooth as such. Vijay, remember, suffered a major setback. This was on the 27th of September last year, to be specific, when a deadly stampede at his political rally in Karur resulted in at least 41 deaths, whereas over 100 others were left injured. After the Supreme Court of India ordered a CBI probe into the case, he appeared before the central agency thrice, where he was grilled for many hours. Even on his professional front, at the same time, he faced a big challenge with his film, remember, facing multiple delays in getting released before the assembly elections. Even as Vijay launched the songs of his film at a major event in Malaysia in December 2025, India's Central Board of Film Certification is yet to issue a certificate for that movie, reportedly citing concerns over some scenes. But his campaign was also unique at the same time as compared to what others looked like. He adopted a distinct weekend-only campaign model to avoid disrupting livelihoods of his supporters, although the ruling DMK accused him of being a B team of the BJP. Vijay was very strategic in his messaging, and he made it amply clear that the DMK is his political enemy, while the BJP is his ideological foe. While the TVK has formed the government within a span of 2 years and 3 months since its formation, or seems to be on its way to form that government, this is not the first time when a party has won an election in its inaugural election. Take the case of AIDMK. Actor-turned-politician M.G. Ramachandran launched this party in 1972. His party propelled to power in Tamil Nadu after a gap of 4 years and 8 months. This is not all. The TDP, which is currently governing Andhra Pradesh, was formed in March 1982, remember, by N.T. Rama Rao, another actor-turned-politician. However, he won the state assembly election in barely a period of 10 months. The most recent example also is that of the Aam Aadmi Party, which came into existence only in 2012. The Arvind Kejriwal-led party formed the government in Delhi after only 13 months after emerging as the single largest party. It is also worth noting here that Vijay's personal life has been under the lens. In February this year itself, remember, his wife filed a divorce petition. As per reports, she allegedly accused the TVK chief of infidelity. The case has now been deferred to June 15, reportedly. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu BJP chief also triggered a major row by linking Vijay to actress Trisha Krishnan. He suggested that Vijay should come out of Trisha's house, quote-unquote, to gain experience and succeed in politics. After she called him out in a strongly worded statement, the BJP MLA apologized for his misogynistic remarks. While Vijay won both seats which he contested, the TVK is still over 10 seats away from the halfway mark. So then also a big question here, will Vijay go with the AIDMK? Will he prefer partnering with parties like the Congress, IUML and others who have won seats in single digits? That's the big question right now. And the next few hours and days will be extremely crucial for the government formation in the state. Let's now shift focus, even as the deadlock continues over the negotiations between Iran and the United States. Donald Trump launched what's being called Project Freedom to allow merchant vessels to freely transit through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this assumes significance as nearly 2,000 vessels carrying up to 20,000 seafarers have been stranded in the Persian Gulf owing to the West Asia war, which has also inhibited safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump, remember, described the U.S. initiative as a humanitarian gesture to help countries who have been caught in the crossfire. At the same time, he also claimed that the U.S. is having very positive discussions with Iran, which could lead to something very positive. Reports suggesting that this initiative may not involve US Navy ships escorting commercial ships. Instead, it may be limited to only providing them information on the best maritime lanes to be used. US Navy ships will reportedly be in the vicinity in case they need to prevent Iranian military from attacking the ships moving through the strait. However, CENTCOM saying that this mission includes guided missile destroyers, over 100 land and sea aircraft, multi-domain unmanned platforms, and 15,000 service members. It also announced that 2 US-flagged ships have successfully transited through this strategic waterway as part of this. In fact, IRGC, meanwhile, denying this claim. Tehran issuing a clear warning to the US top Iranian military commander, meanwhile. Cautioned US forces not to enter Hormuz, failing which the security of vessels in the area will be endangered. Iran has maintained that safe transit through this strategic waterway is possible only in coordination with its armed forces. Remember, listen in.
Ships, their owners, and shipping companies know well that to ensure their security and safety, they need to coordinate with relevant bodies in the Islamic Republic of Iran.
An Iran state media claiming that its 2 missiles hit a US warship. After it ignored warnings, it added that this forced the warship to turn back and prevented its entry in Hormuz. Subsequently, oil prices rose over 3%, with Brent crude oil price crossing $111 per barrel. However, CENTCOM denied any of its ships being hit. Meanwhile, IRGC Navy published a map of the Strait of Hormuz to be followed by commercial vessels for safe passage. It warned that violating vessels will face serious risks and will be stopped with force. In yet another development, the UAE accusing Iran of firing drones at an oil tanker affiliated with its state oil company in Hormuz. According to its foreign ministry, targeting commercial shipping and using this trade as a tool of blackmail constitutes piracy by the IRGC. It also claimed to have intercepted 3 missiles from Iran and said that the 4th missile crashed in the sea. Additionally, the UAE reported a fire breaking out at its petroleum site in Fujairah owing to an alleged drone attack by Iran. And with Iran remaining defiant, it remains to be seen whether the freedom of transit in Hormuz will be a reality anytime soon. Astronomers have uncovered more than a dozen potential planets that don't orbit just one star, but 2. A discovery that sounds more like science fiction or science fantasy film scripts. Our next report telling you all about this.
Scientists have identified 27 potential new planets that orbit 2 stars, expanding what we know about planetary systems in the universe. Until now, astronomers had identified 18 such planets, compared to more than 6,000 planets orbiting single stars like our Sun. According to the research published in the Royal Astronomical Society, these newly identified planets lie between 650 and 18,000 light-years away. Their discovery comes as researchers look beyond traditional methods that rely on spotting a planet passing in front of a star. Instead, scientists tracked irregularities in the timing of eclipses between 2 stars, which helped them point to the presence of a 3rd object. Out of nearly 1,600 systems studied, 36 showed unusual behavior. Researchers say 27 of those likely contain planet-sized bodies, ranging from Neptune-like worlds to massive giants up to 10 times heavier than Jupiter. Scientists said they will now analyze the light emitted from these objects to confirm whether they are planets, brown dwarfs, or even faint stars. The scientists discovered the potential planets using data from NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, a planet-hunting space telescope that was launched in 2018. One which could open the floodgates to discovering many more such worlds. Experts say these planets likely exist in extreme environments unlike anything seen in our solar system, reshaping our understanding of how planets form and survive.